Hello everyone, welcome to Knowledge India once again. In today's session, we are talking to Dinesh Rathee. He is working in AWS and he is joining us from Dublin. Hello Dinesh,
Hello, Mank. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. How's the situation over there? Like, are you safe and healthy?
Yeah, in India,
Yeah,
in India, okay, I should not say it's a good performance. In numbers, we are doing a lot, which
yeah,
is a bad thing. And I
yeah,
think now we are on the third in the world.
yeah.
Uh,
You just take care of yourself because you're doing a lot of good things for everybody. So
ah,
I would like to have like some kind of like sympathy for you. So just take care of yourself.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not
So
going out at all.
that's that's great. That's what we want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How are things there in Dublin?
Everything is good. Like the lockdown is over. The shops are getting open, so everything is good so far. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
things are
right.
getting normal. Yeah.
Good, good. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's start this discussion, Dinesh. What we'll do is, for our viewers, I wanted to
Yeah.
invite you, for an interview because it would be really good for our viewers. A lot of people are learning AWS from our channel, and
Yeah.
it would be helpful for them to get some insights that how did you make your career? How did you
Yeah.
get a job in AWS? What are you doing currently? So let's start with your introduction first, probably. Where are
Yeah.
you from? Of course, people can
Yeah.
guess, but I'll let you explain that.
Yeah. As already you have mentioned, my name is Dinesh Rathee. So basically, I'm originally from Haryana, but most of the times, explained my career like within Delhi NCR only. I
Mhm,
mean, I started my journey in Delhi NCR. So, like talking about the educational part, like I did my diploma in information technology in IT,
mhm,
like in VTI Rohtak is a city in Haryana. So basically, once I passed that diploma, I got campus recruited in Wipro Technologies.
mhm.
So where I started my career, professional career, as well as they have sponsored my education, like bachelor's and masters from BITS
Oh,
Pilani.
good. So
Yeah.
so it's
So
like you were working and you were studying as well along with that.
yeah. It
That's a
was
good
like
one.
a program, like it's a good opportunity. Actually, what happens like for 5 days we are working, and like on one day we get an off, and on Sundays we have classes in the office. So this
Mhm.
was a kind of plan. So in that, like we are getting a lot of professional experience along with like our education. So it was also free of cost. So definitely it was a good opportunity for me. Yeah.
Wow.
So, like I started my career in 2013 with the Wipro, and
Mhm,
like I spent there around like 5.5 years. So, like I worked in a couple of projects like Vodafone UK, Telenor Myanmar, and a couple of projects like on multiple technologies. So, I will explain like what I did and how I moved to AWS. So, I'll just break down things into like parts now.
mhm,
So what happened like when I started my career, like I started as a remote support engineer,
mhm,
and I was taking care of like Windows troubleshooting, like Outlook troubleshooting, and those basic stuffs.
mhm.
So like for the first year it was okay because I was just a beginner in IT. So it's a good thing, like you should know at least basics, because
Yep.
it is also important, like even if like you are handling servers later on, but if you know the basics, it's really good. Then going to the next part, like which is after a year or something, I came across like some training, like it was a
Mhm.
classroom training for a day, arranged by the company. So that was really good. Like I got some interest in Linux, and then
Mm.
I need to choose that I should go into some technology. So then I choose Linux that time. So actually, I was part of a service-based organization that time. So you have a couple of projects to work on. So I choose some project, and I was working as a Linux admin there for like around 4 years then.
Mm.
In the middle, like in 2016, I
Mhm.
came across like some online video somewhere,
Okay.
and I saw, oh, AWS is coming in picture, a lot of things are happening. Actually it was not that much popular in Delhi that time, and I mean it was not that popular in the IT industry that time actually.
Mhm.
I mean it was booming, but like it was not like the same it is now. Basically I joined one awesome day event in New Delhi, and
Mhm.
it was in 2016. It was quite interesting to know about servers, and since the technology was new,
Mhm.
we were working on virtual servers like VMware or something. But again, cloud was booming at that time, and like for a beginner like me, like it
Mhm.
was something like magic, like what it does. So like I got interested in that, and like I was just exploring a little bit, not much. Another
Mhm.
thing is that like I don't have those tools available on my side.
Yep.
So basically, I attended that seminar, and I got interested in that. And after the seminar, there was a quiz. So
Oh.
basically, I won a T-shirt, and after that, I kept the T-shirt in my document file. So that like I was thinking that I will be working for this technology. I was not taking a big aim. I mean, in the beginning I was thinking, okay, at least I will be getting in touch with this technology somehow. So I started learning a little bit, like whenever I had time, like using like YouTube or like creating a free tier account, and I was just experimenting stuffs. So then after like 2 years when I completed my masters there,
Hmm.
and then I was looking for some projects, like I should work for AWS. I mean, I should work for a project where I can work for AWS technology.
Right.
So basically I got an opportunity in another company. Like it was not available in the current company, so I changed my company there.
Hmm.
So in the middle, I got an offer from AWS, so it was a good opportunity. I got an offer in 2018, and it was sponsored by AWS to move to Dublin. So that's why I choose. It's a good opportunity. The best thing, like you will be working for the product itself, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing is that the good point was that I'll be also learning some multicultural things out there in the world, right? Like how to interact with like multicultural people, which was really a bigger advantage, actually, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is a short story, I would say, a short, brief summary of my total experience, like working from remote support, going to Linux, then like getting in touch with AWS, like just coming across some like an awesome day,
Hmm.
and then getting that curiosity, like winning the t-shirt, putting it inside our documents. And
Hmm.
then I was thinking, okay, let me try that. And in between, like when I was looking for jobs, actually, then like I applied to multiple companies, actually,
Hmm.
like everyone does.
Hmm.
And then I was lucky enough to got shortlisted for AWS, and then I joined it in 2018. So for now I'm working here as a cloud support engineer since past 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really good. And I feel that in a very short span of time, the
Yeah.
place where you are, that's really good. Because if you actually
Thank you.
see, and if you actually see, uh, many of many of the guys or girls, what happens is they finish their BTech by the time
Yeah.
whatever would be their age. After that, the job hunt starts and all of that stuff. I
Yeah.
think I think the program in which you got into in the Wipro, that surely helped
Yeah.
you a lot, right? I
Yeah,
feel.
that was a wonderful one. Yeah, actually, I would say it was one of the best like program there, like for the diploma holders, actually,
I
because they
agree to
give you
that.
exposure. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. And the other thing is that you should focus on the technology, like what you would like to learn. Like at
Mm.
the time, I just come across something, and it might be like some other technologies also. So you just like analyze like what you want, actually.
Mm.
So that's what
Right.
I thought, and then I started investing some time over that. Yeah.
Right.
So that
Right.
was a journey on that way.
Right. Good. So you said that you got your first exposure in 2016, right? When you attended the Awesome Day,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah, like first interaction with AWS,
first
like what it
interaction with
is.
AWS.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
if you remember, that was the year when actually Mumbai region got launched in the month
yeah,
of June. In the month of
yeah. I
June,
think it
Mumbai
was in
region.
2016 itself. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
I'm not pretty sure on that, but I think, yeah,
It is. I do remember that. So, and from that time onwards, the the overall involvement of AWS in India, at least, that
mhm,
increased like anything, because
yeah,
before that there were many customers which AWS was not able to cater because there was not a local region available, and from that year onwards it boomed like anything. So
yeah,
that's really good. Now, so maybe what would help people is, so you said that currently you work as the support engineer in the premium support team, right? Am I right there?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's correct.
what all services do you focus on mainly
Yeah,
at this point?
basically it's my personal experience which I will be sharing, because I will not be presenting AWS at this moment.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, I'm sharing my personal experience. Like I come across like multiple services like EC2, EFS, EBS, and like VPC. It depends like what kind of issues we are facing. So it depends on that. Like we are interacting with like multiple services. So
Right.
basically the teams are divided, but I will not be able to share the details, actually. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is it depends on the kind of like scenario you are getting from a customer, and
Mm.
then you dive deep inside that particular issue, and then you learn from it. And
Right.
apart from that, like it can be something related to your self learning as well. Like for example, if you're interested in some service, so
Mm.
you just go ahead and experiment yourself and then learn it. So like last year, sorry, this year in January, like I started writing blogs. So I
Hmm.
mean, I just thought like it could be a good opportunity, like whatever you learn like out of your professional experience or like personal experience, you should share
Yeah.
it with the people. So I
Yep.
started also like writing about some blogs, and recently
Hmm.
like there was one public blog also posted on AWS side from my side. Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. I'll put the link for that in the
Yeah,
video
I'll
description.
share that.
Yeah.
I'll share
Okay.
that. Yeah.
So
Thank you.
now, as you said, like you were doing Linux administration before you joined AWS, and then of course
Yeah.
you got into AWS. Now there are a lot of people currently who are either Windows administrators, they are
Yeah.
probably Linux administrator out there, and this whole boom of cloud which is there, right?
Yeah.
Everywhere people are talking about cloud, whether it is AWS or Azure, but surely people are talking about cloud, and that's an inevitable thing. Of course, AWS
Yeah.
holds a very big share. Now,
Yeah.
if you could touch upon
Hmm.
your way of learning AWS in the start. So, like as you said,
Yeah.
in 2016, that was the first event you went and joined. You already had
Yeah.
Linux knowledge. So, if you could
Yeah.
touch upon that, how did you learn? And then, because
Hmm.
surely when you are going for AWS interview, it
Yeah.
you should be having some knowledge of AWS, right? Of course, they will train you further, but then still you should have.
Actually, it
So,
depends.
if you
It
can.
depends on the role like you will be like assigning to. So I will not say like it's mandatory, but it depends on the role. But having a knowledge is really good. I mean,
Hmm.
it's an advantage for sure. Like for a
Right.
beginner, it's not mandatory. Like it depends. It depends on the role. So I will not be like
Hmm.
considering like which role will be having this particular requirement. So
Okay.
let's say like from my experience, like you have said, like a lot of couple of Windows admin are there, a couple of Linux admin are there. So basically, like when you start focusing on AWS, like you need to, like this is my personal opinion, like how
Hmm.
I will be sharing, like how I started. So it's like cloud is like a tiffin box, okay? And like in the tiffin box, you have like multiple boxes, okay? One with like some dish, one with something, right? So you should know that which dish you would like to have. Like it depends, like whether you want to have everything also, right? But it depends like what you like the most, right?
Hmm.
So I was part of infrastructure operations in my previous experience, so that's why I'm not a coder. I'm not a coding guy. Like I don't like it much. I mean, I interacted a little bit like on the automation part, but
Hmm.
yeah, the hard coding, like I'm not into it. Okay, so I decided that I should go on something like which is sysops admin, and I also like had a certification at the time by self
Hmm.
learning,
Hmm.
sysops associate. So
Hmm.
basically I was focusing on that part, like this is my skill and this is where I should go. And
Right.
Linux, like talking about Linux, yes, definitely it is really helpful, like moving with the any cloud nowadays,
Hmm.
because Linux is a kind of like fundamentals you should aware about Linux, right? In order to start with. So this is my personal experience on that. And
Hmm.
for the Windows guys, like I will not be the right person to explain on that, but
Yep.
definitely like having an like knowledge on Linux is really good thing. It's
Okay.
a really good thing. And there are a couple of like other options also, like because it depends on what services you will be interacting with, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
It's not like specific to EC to Linux or EC to Windows, right? It depends on what services you will be interacting more with, right? Because
Hmm.
some of the automation can be done through like PowerShell or SSM service as well. So it depends what you want actually.
Hmm.
The good thing, like how you should get started, the thing is you should make a systematic approach,
Hmm.
like what you want. Okay, like let's say if I want to go into infrastructure operations, okay, so I will be learning EC2, EBS
Hmm.
and VPC, like getting some fundamentals clear, right? And
Hmm.
having like some fundamentals of Linux also should be clear there, how DNS works, how DSCP works, and those things, right? Because
Hmm.
then you will be able to grab the technologies like which are there on the cloud. I mean, the fundamentals should be the same in every cloud. That's what I believe,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Yep.
So the thing is, once you have those fundamentals clear, then you can focus on the service. First of all, to start with the cloud, you should know what is cloud. I mean, how it works actually, right?
Hmm.
Because most of the new guys are confused, like what is that,
Hmm.
like this is the biggest challenge. It was for me also actually. I was
Yeah.
like what is that, like I was confused how to get started. So the first challenge which I faced was that what is the like systematic approach, like where should I start, right?
Hmm.
I was going to VPC, I was going to EC2, but I don't know like what start was there.
Yep.
So how I started it, it was like some interaction in Facebook groups, some interaction on LinkedIn, talking to people like who just started the cloud, like, or who are experienced people, like I was talking to
Mhm.
them, like in my current job, or like just cross connections. Making connection is a really important thing in life, right? So
Mhm.
once you have those connections made, then you can get an idea like how to get started with the things properly.
Mhm.
Okay. So then like I came across like your channel as well, and I went with the AWS tutorial for beginners, which is really amazing actually. Yeah,
Yep.
like I was learning through like my professional career in my current job, as well as
Mhm.
like I was exploring some opportunities to learn it into a systematic way, because
Mhm.
there were a couple of things like I was not able to understand, like how IAM works and those things. Right in the beginning, it's very hard for a person.
It is.
Personally, my weak point was IAM to get started. When you start interacting with it. So I also like saw one of your video on IAM, and VPC was the best video. What I will say, VPC. Like it clears a lot of like VPC topics like public and private subnets,
Yeah.
route tables, internet, and net gateways. Like this was one of the amazing video, I will say. And now currently, I will say the best part, like which I would like to focus on the container videos. But actually, I'm waiting for your videos to be posted. Actually,
Yeah, there
yeah,
are few. I mean, I've been able to put only few videos on containers till now. That's
yeah,
actually next in the list, which I should be doing.
yeah. You
I'll
should be.
I'll I'll tell you. So this VPC thing, it was there with me
Mhm.
also. I would say it was in the year 2012, if I remember correctly, and it was the first time when we had to set up our stuff, and um, it the requirement was that okay, we need to set up VPC, and I looked at it and I found it confusing. So what I did, I asked
Yeah.
another team member to do it. Right, I said, you do
Oh,
it.
okay.
And so that this guy will finish it and he will finish the work and bring it to me. That was the
Yeah,
thought. And then this guy took like 7 days or so to complete and then come back and I said,
yeah,
now it got over. I said, I mean, I was just really surprised and disturbed that how can it take this much time, right?
yeah,
And then when I looked at it, I found it confusing. So I decided that okay, whatever it was, let us invest some time, learn this thing. And
yeah.
I think that's where that point comes, that you need to go to the details. One of the fundamental principles of Amazon
Fundamental
is
principles. Yeah,
dive deep, right? So
absolutely it is. Yeah,
that's what we follow. So I think in the VPC I did it that time, and later on I looked at it, uh, uh, that it is actually not confusing if you have
yeah.
understood it
It's not.
right. It is not
Yeah,
confusing, right? I have
yeah,
looked at
yeah,
networking of AWS and Azure both, but the
yeah,
way networking is set up in AWS, it is just fantastic. It is,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
it
know,
is. It is quite easy. Like, but for a
very good.
beginner, it can be a bit
It
confusing.
can be
Like,
confusing, yeah.
yeah, like for example, like a guy who is coming from the physical background of servers, right? So it will be quite confusing, like how it works and what should I do.
Yeah.
So I will definitely recommend people to have a look on the VPC video. That
Yeah.
is really good, like very well explained. So
Yeah.
basically, like I would be like answering the total question, like which is about like how they should get started. Okay,
Hmm.
so the best way is to like first of all you should analyze like what you want to do, like if it is infrastructure or coding part, what you want to do. Okay,
Hmm.
so basically I'm not from the coding side, so I will not be able to like explain in a better way, right? But on the infra side, like I will say, just focus on what you want. Okay, then have a systematic approach that like you will be going as a system admin. Okay,
Hmm.
so have some fundamentals clear of Linux. If you are going into like Linux team or like Windows team, it depends like which technology you will be going on. And then you should be aware about like EC2, EBS, and VPC and those fundamentals, because they will be the base everywhere. I mean,
Right.
most of the services they will be base everywhere. They are very well connected to like each and every service. So this is like my personal experience and my personal guidance to the people.
Hmm.
So the thing is, everybody will be confused, right?
Hmm.
because it's a human behavior. When there is a new thing, everybody will be confused.
Yeah.
So the best way is that try to follow something which is a systematic approach. Let's say there are some blogs, right,
Hmm.
which are explaining things into like systematic manner, right?
Hmm.
So they can also follow that. Otherwise, it depends on what is your learning capability, because some people learn from videos, some people learn from blogging, right? So I for me, like, is videos. So as I was mentioning that the tutorial for beginners, like, which has around 70 videos now, or more than 70 now, right? So that is a real thing to get started for a
Yep.
new person, right? And when you're like more experienced and more curious about like knowing connection between services and how these things work, like for example, I will give an example, okay?
Hmm.
So basically, when there is anything like related to SSH issue, what usually people do, right? They detach the volume, attach it to another instance, and then they troubleshoot and fix it and take it back to the original instance, right?
Yep.
But actually, now SSM is a great service, right? You can use SSM automation document, right?
Yeah.
And you can use the document to automate things, and that works for you. You don't need to worry about like detaching, attaching
Yeah.
portion, right? So I might be like sharing you that link later on, and
Hmm.
that is really good. Actually, I'm in the writing stage of it, okay? So
Okay.
I'll be sharing that link. So it's really good, and also it's available on the public documentations as well, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, it's really nice, to know about like services and additional services, how it work with the actual service. But
Yeah.
this comes when you're pretty experienced. I mean, when
Hmm.
you get along like AWS really well, and then it will be your own thinking. Like, you'll be thinking, hey, how can I do that,
Hmm.
hey, I'm investing a lot of effort on that, how I can automate that, how I can use CLI skills, to
Right.
automate things, because instead of clicking, you can use CLI. So that approach, like, I divided into two parts. One is beginner approach, and second is approach.
Hmm.
So beginner is like, just go with the systematic way,
Hmm.
one by one, take it slow. If you don't understand something, research about it, okay? Because I know, like, there are a lot of references available, like everywhere on the YouTube or like on the Google. Like, once you will search, there are a lot of references, right? So just find the topic what you want to do. And the
Hmm.
second part, which is very very important, I will say, it's like practical exposure, which
Yep.
many people are actually like leaving, they are just reading, but the things they will get to know like
Hmm.
really well when they start experimenting, because that is the best way to learn AWS, like to start practical, like to do things and see how it works. Because then you will be encountering errors, you'll be seeing some related documentations about error, you'll be seeing some related videos about those things, and then you will come to learn about it, right? So this is my approach. How I learn it is learn as you go approach. That's
Yep.
something what I adapt. It's like, if there is something like, let's say when SSM was there, or any other service which is coming in, okay? Because
Hmm.
AWS is very very fast growing, right?
Yeah.
A lot of new features are coming. So whenever there is something comes, like, I used to experiment, I
Hmm.
used to see how it works, and then like I get an idea. I have questions also, like, and then like once you get inside, you will get a couple of answers
Hmm.
automatically by yourself. And otherwise, the best platform, LinkedIn is there, Dev.To is there, YouTube is there, your channel is there. A lot of things are there to go ahead. The only one approach which I follow is like, never give up. It's like, okay, I found some trouble, okay? I was investigating something, but I didn't find the answer, right? But I will
Hmm.
never give up, because I'm a big fan of Elon Musk. So actually, I can't, okay? So
Right.
that's the thing, like, I can't give up. So
Right.
people should be like more focus oriented on what they want, actually.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I think those are very good points which you touched upon. A lot
yeah.
of people write in comments or in LinkedIn messages to me, and
Hmm.
uh, I don't know, but this in the past couple of years, my observation is that people have started taking shortcut, and
Yeah,
many people think that if in one way or the other you are able to just get the AWS certification on
yeah.
your resume, that will help. And
Ah,
I've seen a
yeah,
lot of people. I mean,
yeah. I understand.
certification is great. Certification is great, right? But then
Yeah,
if you are just getting it without knowing the stuff,
yeah. That
That's not
doesn't
gonna
matter.
help.
Yeah, the thing is, like certification are a great way to learn things, right? But the thing is how much you experiment yourself. That is
Mm,
important, right?
right.
Having a document, like having a certification, like having, like, let's say it's like an exam, like any exam you can pass, right? But if you don't have a fundamental idea how it works actually, right, that is more important to like get a proper job, right?
Right.
Because when you will be doing things in actual, like you will be facing a lot of problems, right? So then that part will not help. I will say, it's good to have but not mandatory. The
Yeah.
mandatory thing, the good thing to have is the knowledge which you are
Yeah.
getting
And
out of that. Yeah.
yeah, and I think that perfectly aligns with the recruitment policy of AWS as well, right?
Yeah,
It is
i'm i'm not
it.
pretty sure on that. I'm not
I
pretty
mean,
sure.
yeah,
I
yeah,
have no
yeah,
comments
yeah,
on that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You don't have to comment on that. I mean, I've seen a lot of. It just doesn't happen that somebody has got a lot of certification, so AWS will go and recruit that person. They
No,
surely look at the
it's
knowledge.
about, I think my experience, like when I applied to multiple companies, I like in some companies I didn't even had that AWS certification, right? But
Hmm.
I applied and I got a job there, so it's not on that. it's
Yeah.
it's like, for example, it's upon like what's your resume says and what the job role is, right?
Yep. Yep.
And it depends on the role. Like if you're going for a senior role, definitely you will need like some expertise, right? And if you're going for a beginner or to start your career with AWS, definitely you, I mean, it's good to have but
Yeah.
not mandatory, I will say.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Right. That's really important. So I think. Do you would you like to tell some of the things which you would have experienced after you moved from India to Dublin? How the how the regular cultural culture
Yeah.
related changes are there? Maybe if you can give us few examples that how when you were working in India, right?
Yeah.
How you were dealing with certain situations and how that particular thing is done in a different manner in that part of the world.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. Like I was working for Wipro, so like I was working in multiple projects, right?
Mhm.
So I was handling international customers also. So we had meetings like when we are going on video call, but that is a video interaction, right? Like
Mhm.
we are having on Zoom. But when we'll have a personal interaction with people, it will be different, right? So when I moved from like Delhi to Dublin, it was actually the number one thing. It was too cold, okay, for me,
Ah,
like in the
yeah.
beginning. So that's interesting, and like a lot of rain in Dublin, but I love it. Like when it's like sunny, it's one of the best. Like I love it. Okay,
Mm.
then coming to the next point, which is like learning the professionalism, right? How you work with like multicultural people, how you like understand things, how you get motivated from people like who are doing really good, and then you get motivated, you start doing things. Like for example, like I also learned something from like other people, and I started writing about it.
Mhm.
I started writing on the AWC like commands I learned from somebody, like how I learned, and then I thought, okay, I should write it, because when you write, you learn a lot. You
Yep.
learn a lot. And then
Yep.
when you write on a public forum, like let's say I was using Dev.To, so when
Mhm.
you're writing on a public forum, people comment on that. Okay, people come with questions, you get more ideas, right? So sharing information is really important. So that's what I learned here. Like I was doing it there, but
Mhm.
on not on a large scale. It was specific to my team,
Mm.
specific to a particular group, like, but now I started doing it on public level. Yeah.
Right. Right. Okay. Good. So I think that is also an important thing I would say for all the people who are trying to learn stuff today nowadays.
Yeah.
That whatever you are learning, if you start writing it or in some format you start
Yeah.
expressing it, right? As you said now,
Yeah. Yeah.
so that would, I think, first it would bring clarity in your thoughts that whatever
Yeah.
you think that you have understood, whether you are able to express it
Yeah.
or not. And
Yeah.
I think in addition to that, surely your talking skills and all of that would improve
Yeah,
as
it's like there is a linking between writing and practical exposure, right? You
well.
can't write without doing practicals.
Yep.
So you need to write, then you will be doing practicals too. So definitely you'll be learning a lot. So
Okay.
that's the thing.
Right.
That's the thing.
Okay.
So it's a good way.
Right. Let me ask you this. So when you started learning AWS, right? Whenever after
Yeah.
2016 you started learning, at that time you were not in AWS. Unlike now,
Yeah.
when you can go and experiment how much ever you want, that is a different thing. But
Yeah.
at that time, surely you did not have that type of exposure. So
Yeah.
how did you plan your practical? Because why I'm asking this question is
Hmm.
when people are learning AWS, the first or a big fear which they have is what if I go and try to create some resources and I'll end up spending some money. So
Yeah,
because of
yeah,
that, they do not get inside AWS account. They do not do
exactly,
anything, right? So how
exactly.
how how did you deal with it in the starting days?
For me too, like I was thinking if I put a card there, like I will be deducted a lot of money, right? So
Yeah.
actually that was for like just for verification, like they cut like some amount that time. I think it was
Mm,
3 to 4 rupees or something. It was there, right?
mhm,
So I'm not sure about like what's the current charges, but it's
mm,
it's very minimal, and I think they reverted back, right?
mm,
So how to get started is like get a free tier account. There will be some description about free tier account, what you usually get. Okay,
mm,
the very first thing for a beginner is make sure you stop your instances. Okay,
mm. Yep.
when you launch an EC2, make sure you stop it. Okay, there are a couple of other things which you will be learning based on like how much you experiment. There are other ways also to save like those particular quota which you got in a free tier account.
Yep.
So
Yep.
the thing is, don't get worried about like you'll be charged or something, right? So make sure you make a smart move and create an account and try experimenting. This
Yeah.
is really important to learn, because if you will have a fear not to create an account, you'll not be able to learn. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that's important. And the same thing I try to tell many times our viewers, that see, instead of always having this fear that I will get charged for a particular resource, instead of that, why not you put some more effort and go and read about the pricing of that resource and
Exactly,
understand how does the pricing work. Many of the time, there are
exactly.
so many services which we can actually go and experiment free of cost, but many times
Yeah.
people do not do. And
Mhm.
there are services which people do not realize, and they spin it up, just leave it there,
That
thinking
is,
that they will not get charged for it, and they end up paying money for it,
yeah,
right?
that is crazy. Like the thing is, like what some people like just launch instances, they keep on running, and they are not aware like if they will keep on running, they will be charged, right? And they have a quota assigned to a new account, right?
Hmm.
They give you like some free number of hours or something. So
Correct.
make sure you read it first and then make a smart move once you get started like learning on AWS. So don't be afraid, like don't be afraid, because if you will be afraid, you will not be able to learn. You need to like
That's the
push
important
push
thing.
hard.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the important thing. Unless until you do hands on, there is no way. So that's really cool. That's really cool. So any other suggestions, Dinesh, which you would like to give to our guys who are watching this video?
Yeah, actually, like I will just try to summarize what we have discussed. Like as
Hmm.
we have discussed a lot of couple of things, so I would like to summarize this. Like when you are aiming for some big company, like it can be any other company in the world, right? It doesn't
Hmm.
matter like which company you're focusing upon. You
Hmm.
should know about your current skills. Okay, make a note of them, and then you should know like what you are aiming at, like what kind of profile you need. Like for example, I want to be a cloud support engineer, right? And like in which team, like I want to be in a Linux team, right? So make a note of that. Okay, then start learning like Linux, start learning networking, then start learning like AWS. You need to break down things and then learn into chunks and then combine it together. Okay, then what will happen once you will combine it together, you will be able to analyze, yes, this is the right path and this is where I should go. And when starting with AWS, like as I told you about, like anyone can create an account and they can just get started, which is really really good. And then to get a systematic approach, which service I should learn first. Then
Hmm.
like it depends if you're a beginner or you are an experienced one. Then you can like check multiple, like you can just check a certification URL like which is available, right? And
Yep.
there you see the categories of certification based on skills, right?
Hmm.
So you just see like what do you want to be. I want to be a developer, I want to be like a solution architect or something, let's say. Okay, then you will be able to get an idea like which services you should focus upon. Then the main thing which is practical, you should if you can write, it's really good. Like when you're starting and you're writing and you're
Hmm.
experimenting is the best part. Is the best part. But I will not comment on that because it depends. Like if you're new and there could be like couple of other options, like people adapt to learn things, right?
Hmm.
Because everybody have their own like way of learning things. So I will say just go with that thing, like whether you like to write blogs or you write like you'd like to like learn from videos or try to experiment, whatever, like try to write on a notebook or something. So
Hmm.
just do it. Okay, and don't be afraid. Ask questions in Facebook groups, ask questions on YouTube videos. If you go through some YouTube video, just go there, let's say that VPC stuff, right? Like if you have any questions, like just write it down, right? And
Hmm.
make sure no question is stupid. Okay, so don't
Yep.
worry about it. Okay,
Yep.
nothing is stupid, because if you're learning and if you have a fear of being stupid, don't do that. Okay, just be stupid to learn, because it's good to be stupid to learn, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
good. This is how you learn. So that's the overall conclusion is from my side. And the thing is, there is nothing in the world like which is not possible. Okay, as you know, I told you about Elon Musk. He was thinking to go to launch a space flight, right? Recently he did that. I have also
mm,
written an article on that, like, because I was curious to share that motivation, because
uh,
there's a chemical reaction into our minds, like when we get like some motivational ideas, we get
mm,
inspired. So this is the thing, like, you should be curious about things, you should dive deep into things,
yep,
and this is how you can achieve anything. It's not about like any IT job, it can be anything else in the world.
right, right.
That's my personal opinion. Yeah.
Great, great. Thank you, Dinesh. I think that was a very good discussion. I'm sure people who are watching this video, they will get benefited from this. I'll
I hope
leave
so.
the yeah, I'll leave the LinkedIn profile of Dinesh in the description, and also some of the articles which Dinesh talked about. If you want, you can
Yeah,
connect with Dinesh as well. So with that,
yeah,
we will go ahead and close the session, guys. Thank you for watching.
definitely. Thank you very much. It was pleasure to talk. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Take care. This channel teaches you AWS and Azure in really easy and practical manner. There are a lot of demonstration videos already on the channel. As you can see, a lot of professionals got benefited from our videos, and you can read about them here. So if you are new, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon.